In this video, we're going to learn how to draw a box and whisker plot. A box and whisker plot is used to display data in a different way so that we can see how spread out the data scores are. It breaks it into 4 equal-sized pieces, even though the sections aren't the same length. They contain the same number of data scores. So 25% of your data falls into each one of these categories. And to draw one, we need 5 data points. We need to find the minimum for our set of data, our lower quartile meaning fourth. So this is our 1/4 of our way through point. The median, which is actually also the second quartile. 2/4 would be halfway, so that's our halfway, our median. Our upper quartile, which is our 3/4 point, and then our highest number is going to be our maximum. So let's take a look at how we find those things. So the first 2 points we need are the minimum and the maximum, and those are the end points. So those are the lowest and the highest. So those are the end of what we call our whiskers. And they're just the lowest score and the highest score. You want to put your data in order from smallest to biggest, and then this is just the first number and this is the last number. We use those to find our range. Then our quartiles, we already talked about finding the median. The median was the number in the middle. The lower quartile, if we break our data in half at the median and we just use the lower half of our scores, it's basically the median of that set of data. The upper quartile is the same thing, only using the bigger half of our numbers. So if we only look at the lower half and the upper half, and then we find the median of each one of those are our quartiles. And then if we subtract those two, we get what's called the inner quartile range. So it shows us how spread out the middle 50% of our data is. All right, so to draw a box and whisker plot, all right, the box and whisker plot divides our set of data into 4 parts using the median and the quartiles. The box shows us where the inner quartile range is. The endpoints show us the minimum and the maximum. The line in the middle of the box is the median. And each part of the box and whisker plot represents 25% of the data. So we're breaking it into 4 equal-sized pieces, even though some of them may be shorter or longer in the picture. And that just means things are closer together. All right, so the first thing that we have to do is we have to put these in ascending order. So ascending means going from smallest to biggest. So our smallest number here is 12. And then we have a 15. And then we have a 19. And a 21. And then a 24. A 25. And a 33. All right, so the minimum is just this smallest number right here. So our minimum is 12. Oops, sorry about that. Our minimum is 12. Our median, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our median would be our one in our middle. So the median would be 21. Now to find our lower and our upper quartile, the 21 isn't going to fall into either one. Now if you have to average them in the middle, you'll split the data and one of the 2 numbers will go to the smaller side and one will go to the bigger side. But since this 21 is being shared by both halves, we're just not going to use it to calculate our quartiles. So we're going to look at these 3 lower ones, and the lower quartile is the one in the middle. So our lower quartile is 15, and our upper quartile is up here. It is our median for this top 3, so it is our 25. And then our maximum number is our biggest one, which is the 33. And if we want to find our inner quartile range, we're just going to take the upper quartile, which is 25, subtract the lower quartile, which is 10. That doesn't actually go on our box and whisker plot. All right, then the last thing we have to do is we have to use our number line to show this. So we need to pick a number that's a little bit smaller than our minimum. So I'm going to start at 10, and it has to go up a little bit more than 33. So I'm going to do up to 35. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, so that would be 15, 20, try to get them as evenly spaced as you can. 25, 30, and 35. All right, then we're just going to put those points up above the appropriate number. So our minimum was 12, so up here above the 12, not actually sitting on the number line, we're going to put our end point for our whisker. Then the lower quartile is the left end of our box. So at 15, I'm just going to draw a line up and down. 25 is our upper quartile, so our box is going to go from 15 to 25. And then our median is going to go in the middle at 21. And notice it's not exactly right smack in the middle of our box. Right, there's still the same number of scores in that box, but this one has a little bit more room to spread out. These ones are a little bit more squished together. And then our maximum was way up here at 33. So we're going to put our maximum up there, and then we're just going to connect our whiskers. So our 5 points are our minimum, our lower quartile, our median, our upper quartile, and then it finally connects down here to our maximum. And that's all there is to drawing a box and whisker plot.